Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
He. And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the audience, are in charge. Except for one thing. As much as I'm sure we would all want to, we will not look at Sydney Sweeney's glorious tits today, because that will probably take down my channel. Listen, it's not like we hadn't seen them before, but that was a bunch of years ago where she got naked on Euphoria, that show that she was on. And you got to, and you want to see present. You want to know if things are holding up. And last night, during that Variety Women of Whatever Power shit, Sydney Sweeney did exactly what I basically predicted she would do earlier in the week. Remember earlier in the week, I went on that 4-minute, basically, I don't want to say a rant because I wasn't ranting, that 4-minute monologue reacting to the announcement that she was going to be on that and what she's thinking, this and that. Remember, I gave that for her. I made it a clip in a video. Really surprised that video didn't do better. Really surprised it hasn't picked up steam after last night. But I said Sydney Sweeney knows exactly what she's doing. It's basically the core of that video, the core of that monologue. Sydney Sweeney knows exactly what she's doing. She knows she is smoking hot. So what does she do last night? Again, I would show it, but I risk getting the channel taken down. She goes out there in this silver sheer dress with no bra on. And her boobs look better than ever. They need no support. They are full of life. And the thought that went through my mind is, that is why men go to war. To defend tits like that. Because guess what? You can't get tits like that with communism. You need to eat red meat. You need to eat anything you want to have perfect breasts like that. Glorious. Glorious. Communism wins. You don't get Sydney Sweeney's tits. You don't. You don't. So that I would love to show pictures, talk more of that, but I talked about that this week before it even happened. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she is not ashamed of it. Now, is it in good taste? Probably not, to walk around with your titties out. but I appreciate it. Listen, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her walking around with her titties out like that if she was old enough. I wouldn't want that. I'd be like, no, I don't need to see this. I don't. But as a red-blooded, horny, heterosexual man, I can't help but approve and want it and enjoy it. And so she knows exactly what she's doing, that she is beautiful, that she's in demand, and that she doesn't have to bend the knee to anybody. So there's my. If you wanted some more commentary on Sydney Sweeney, there's my commentary. And it comes on the fact that I'm in a very strange headspace today. Very strange. I'm not angry like I was yesterday. I'm perturbed, but I'm not super angry like I was yesterday. Because I'm a little mixed up in my head right now for various reasons. I mean, on the one side, I'm sure some of you have seen it. I'm not gonna name names. You know who I'm talking about. We're now being told YouTube's over, everybody. YouTube is dead. You can't make money on YouTube anymore. So you might as well just give up. Even though the people that are saying that are already, established. You just need to give up. You can't make ad money. Unless you have your dedicated audience, you're not going to make money. So why are you even trying? The golden age YouTube's over. So I'm just being told I need to give up. I'm being told I need to stop right here and give up. Why don't you give up and make space for me then? Why don't you give up and I'll take the space you've created if YouTube is dead? The people saying that, they're not going to abandon their channels. Let's say people with a certain fish at the end of their name, or a certain person that likes to swing swords. That's all I'll say. They're screaming it's over, or coked up people. It's over. YouTube's done. The golden age. They're reorganizing to bend the knee to become like Netflix. And I say, is YouTube a great place to be right now? No, it's not great. I've been fucked over hard this week. My views are shit this week. It's like the channel just started out. That's the level of views I'm getting. That's the level of traction I'm getting this week with everything I've put out. It's not been a good week for me. So I'm not exactly super positive towards YouTube right now. But I'm not going to I'm not going to start drama. I'm simply saying, I'm not gonna by saying names. I'm simply saying we're supposed to believe it's over. It's over, guys. I should just give up. But I call hypocrisy. If it's over, give up your channels. If it's over, stop making content. If it's over. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to start drama. This ain't gonna get clipped out and put up. I'm simply saying, if it's so bad, why don't you stop instead of telling everybody else it's over, just give up? Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Rules for thee, not for me. Hypocrisy exists on all sides of the argument. That's all I'm saying. And then on the other side, I'm also in a weird headspace because, man, did I have a weird dream last night. I had a weird-ass long dream. This was like a suspended dream. One long, I would say, I know I was asleep. It was during one 3-hour segment of me being asleep when I finally got to sleep. I had to struggle to fall asleep last night. One long dream. Basically, some of you were there too. Some of you were there in the chat. Some of you were there. Part of the dream was being tasked with breaking into some sort of university research place. And we were failing left and right, and there was a convoluted story with it. It's not the important part. The part that has me in the weird headspace is at the very end of it. We had succeeded in getting in there, but we failed in getting what we needed, and we just kind of finally found our way out, and we're kind of power walking off the campus. No, 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 it's not going there. You're gonna feel silly for claiming that. Even though Dermy was there as part of the group, I'm not gonna lie. Since a lot of you were there. A lot of you were there. But we're walking out. We're doing that thing where we know we've just been semi busted, but if you confidently walk out of someplace, nobody's going to look at you. If you walk like you belong, no one's going to take a look at you. So we're doing that, getting out of there. And then as we're going, I look over and I see a group of people doing something, and I see a girl I used to know from a long time ago. And without getting too far with it, she was the one that got away. If I have to say there is one person in my life that was the one that got away, she's the one that got away. And she was there. And of course, it wasn't her as I exactly remember her from 30 odd years ago. Aged up a little bit because we did have several interactions in the years after that period of time where I missed my chance. And we were so happy to see each other. Now, mind you, this is why it is totally a dream and not sort of portent or anything like that. She was married with kids a long time ago. That this is never going to happen. I'm likely never going to see her again, even though if somehow she discovered the channel and got back in touch with me, we were good friends. We didn't end on anything like that. We never got together is the thing. We never got together. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but she got married with kids a long time ago. But I saw her there, and the end of it was saying hi, seeing her, those feelings coming back, bubbling forth in the dream, those long, decades-old feelings buried deep down inside. And then, like, introducing her to you guys, a couple of things, and then, doing what I should have done 26, 27 years ago and made the move and done what I should have done in the dream. And of course, in the dream, getting the reaction I wanted. But that really freaking I woke up in that moment after, of course, then we got in the car and we left, and there were spiders in there. And I was yelling, why are there spiders in the fucking car? Because then the dream got... Then it went to bad places. Then it really went to bad places. Then I woke up and then I realized, oh God, why did my mind do that to me? Why did it take me back to essentially the one that got away? Maybe not permanently, but one that it would have been a great time if I had had the courage at that point to not only tell her how I was feeling, but also realize that she was right there with me, but I was blind and stupid. So I'm in a very strange headspace this morning. And I don't like feeling like this because it just starts the whole list of regrets. It starts the whole list of regrets. And I feel bad about myself in that aspect. And I looked at and I know the exact moment that I could have seized it. And maybe my life takes a slightly different track with that kind of person in my life. Because she wanted it as much as I did, but I was too stupid to see it. I was too blind and stupid and too scared. Fear. Of course, now as a grown-ass man, I realized there was nothing to be afraid of. You shoot your shot, so to speak. So that's part of the reason the title, the Delusions of Grandeur Not Accepted. I'm not living in a state of delusions of grandeur in any way, shape, or form today, and I am. I'm slightly stuck in the past today, a little bit stuck in the past, and I'm not sure how to really reorient my head. But the show, we're going to do a show. That's the best thing to do. We can put on a show today. We'll talk about some things, have a little fun, because the rules are the rules. $5 to order an Adam Rant, or just about anything. You get free ones sometimes. You never know. Here's the thing. You could trigger one, or you can wait till it happens. But they don't always happen. Yesterday, you got a couple of freebies. Other day, too, you got a couple of freebies. But you can find one to trigger it. You know exactly what triggers me at this point. $10 also gets you a question to ask. And I know you guys do ask questions, but if usually we're probably lightly, because that's part of the deal on the show. If you really want to have a discussion for a question, super chat, tip, and we'll really get into it. We'll do a whole thing about it. $10 also rents me for 30 minutes to play a game of your choice. And there's evils floating above my head. I know they're coming. I just don't know when. $15 gets you a hot take reaction to an article we may see in the news or one you may be sitting on. That's the beauty of it, is I have no prep time. I have to use what intelligence I have to react and give you a take in that moment. $20 gets everybody's favorite, react to a video, good or bad. I suffer, you laugh. That's the fun of it. And $30 gets you chat made me watch this reviews, where I review an episode of television or a movie of your choice live on this stream. And we got one coming up. It's going to probably be Monday or Tuesday next week, because I have to start watching Witcher Season 4 when we're done here today. I have to start that in order to get it done for Saturday for Jed's stream. So, yeah, I got to start doing that. So that's kind of sucking up my watch time for the next 2 days, at least today into tomorrow, which it would require the time to do the movie. And it's a doozy. You guys, Kratos and others, you've been going easy on me lately, but now here comes the true cringe. I gotta watch Cats 2019 for the next chat. Maybe watch this reviews. Yeah, that's stroke inducing right there. That's completely stroke inducing. So there's the rules. We're gonna play by them. I try to play by them. I cut you a little slack here and there sometimes, but hey, man's got to make a living, because apparently, remember, YouTube's dead. So I got to make a living somehow. Anyway, so that's where I am right now. Weird headspace, remembering the one that got away, and trying to deal with the fact that I'm being told that my choice of making a livelihood, my choice of building the foundation for my future empire, it's a waste of my time. So there's that. But I do want to start with this. Let's start with this. Let's go with my one segment I do have planned today. I said the other day, I wonder if there's going to be a part 4 to the saga of the hunt for Ben Solo, and here we are. There, I can't squeeze at least one more discussion out of this, because now let's recap. Part 1, the whole situation of it, the beginning of it, and how it's worthless and it was dumb to begin with, and how Ben Solo is a fake character based on a real character. Then there's the whole Bob Iger's a villain, Kathleen Kennedy the hero, and then there was part 3, how the narrative fell apart when it's revealed they had already paid for it. And if Bob Iger or whoever was in charge during that period of time, if they already paid for it and crushed it, it must have been really, really bad. They gave it a chance, and it must have been so bad if what they got back was utter dog shit, that they said, okay, we already paid you millions of dollars. We're now going to not do this. We're gonna eat it. So there was the broken narrative. Now we have part 4, what I'm calling Delusions of Grandeur. You see what I did there? Now here come the stands. The stands with their delusions of grandeur that the hunt for Ben Solo will somehow, and here's the funny part, save Disney Star Wars. But I thought Disney Star Wars was better than ever. It's the great according to Star Wars Holocron. 2025 was the best Disney Star Wars has ever been, with Celebration and the animation and Andor and all these things. It's so good. The time to save Disney now, though, Disney Star Wars, they need the Hunt for Ben Solo. The contradictions abound. But now the delusions of grandeur begin. So let's go through a few of them, shall we? Let's go through a few of them. We start with what I will call, not so maybe such the center, but one of the attempted driving forces. Have a whole channel. The Hunt for Ben Solo. We've officially launched more social media pages to follow. Click the link below. Make sure to share, comment, and use the hashtag on anything related to all campaign on platforms. First of all, hashtags don't mean shit anymore. They're worthless. The era of hashtags is over. They don't actually move the social media meter. But let's look at their account page. Let's look at the account. The official page and collection for everyone trying to get this movie made, because they actually believe they have enough juice and enough actual power to generate this movie. They think it's happening. Letter campaign, because that'll work in this day and age. Letter campaign begins. So that's this site. Retarded. The site, this account's existed since 2016. Clearly has never done anything. So now they've remade it to be the Hunt for Ben Solo. Save the Hunt for Ben Solo. Listen, there's nothing to save. It will never be made. But then it gets better. It's the Acolyte all over again, guys. There's a petition. There's a petition that's been going on since yesterday. Oh my, they did it. Now, excuse me for not, I had to adjust this because I don't want to dox myself. A mighty 4,877 signatures in a day. Bravo. Bravo. We'll keep an eye on this one. We will keep an eye on this one. Again, I cannot scroll down because it will dox me. I tried to delete some of the road. We can't read it. If I'd read it, I'd have to take a screenshot and do that. So I cannot read this, but it's gobbledygook. It's garbage, dog shit. Point is, it's lame, pathetic. Remember how that went for the Acolyte. All that did was prove how few people care about dog shit Disney Star Wars and how pathetic the stand base is. So, but now let's get into the people that believe and support this kind of bullshit. Here come the psychos. Are you ready? You might want to hold tight to your chair. I paused the GIF so it doesn't make you jump out of your seat. A screaming child, because that's what these people are. Screaming children. I'll just let the GIF play for a second. A screaming child, because that's what these are. These are screaming children. What's the point of Han saying my son is alive twice in the sequels? Twice! Nobody cares. You have nothing. It means nothing. It was written by idiots who don't understand Star Wars and don't understand the characters. Hunt for Ben Solo campaign is mentioned in this article, by the way. Oh, you mean Empire, who put out some of the most cringiest, cocksucking, water-carrying articles in entertainment right now? You mean that Empire? Oh, but guys, it's all trending. They're talking about it. Once again, something being talked about doesn't mean positive discussion. Likely means you're getting shat all over. They're talking about it in articles, guys. Let's keep going. So what I'm hearing is that Disney, namely Bob effing Iger, is allergic to money and success. Gotcha. Never made money. Disney Star Wars never made a profit. There may have been some net profit in a couple of the movies, specifically Force Awakens, but when it comes to the purchase price of $4 billion, they've never made that back. Never. So again, this is delusional. There is no money in Disney Star Wars. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Once again, here comes the broken narrative. I thought Disney Star Wars was doing so great. I thought it was doing great. Why do you need this movie to make money for Disney Star Wars if it was already making so much money? Games Radar. Remember when Games Radar used to talk about games? Opinion. With 2 safe bet blockbusters on the horizon, riskier projects like The Hunt for Ben Solo could reinvigorate Star Wars on the big screen. Once again, the broken narrative. I thought Disney Star Wars was doing great because of Andor and Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew. And the they think the Mandalorian Grogu's going to be a blockbuster. They think they're going to make money. They think Starfighter's going to make money. These fucking idiots actually believe that Mando and Grogu and Starfighter are actually going to generate profit for Disney and Lucasfilm. Delusions of grandeur. Morons. Fake fans and stands. We're not done yet. Gets better. Here come the fan posters. Kylo Ren is dead. My son is alive. Han Solo. No, that's deadbeat dad Han Solo. That's not real Han Solo. Another Pixar poster I made for this. Oh, guys, isn't it great? Look at this. I'm making fan posters. Oh, give me a break. Who doesn't want to see this in live action? Nobody. Because it wouldn't make money, and they knew. And then here is the piece de resistance. Once again, the hypocrisy narrative of if it's doing so great, how come they needed to rescue everything? I love this one. Walt Disney Stock Exchange for the other day. Disney stock update down. We'll start with this one, but made by this Hunt for Ben Solo account. Disney stock update down 2.08%. Not huge, but enough to show audiences crave bold, heartfelt stories. The Hunt for Ben Solo would deliver creativity, redemption, and risk to win the fans back. This is not a coincidence. The fact that they think that Disney stock dipping has anything to do with the Hunt for Ben Solo, that is delusions of grandeur. And if Star Wars is so healthy, why do you need the Hunt for Ben Solo to save it? You do not realize the importance of this right now. Everyone needs to look. The quarter report is November 13th. This is the biggest leverage we actually have. This matters. Delusions of grandeur. These people think that the Hunt for Ben Solo is so important that that because Disney's stock is dipping for reasons that have nothing to do with the Hunt for Ben Solo. They think that this is some sort of weird thing where they can say, "Hey, look, we can make this happen because they'll realize if we tell them enough, all 4,000 of us, that if we tell them enough, they'll make the movie because they think that that'll make money." No, it'll lose more money. Disney Star Wars does nothing but lose money. This is Cope, she/her fantasy writer. Over on this one, a late 20s Raylo, she/her. Here's what we're dealing with. She/her 25. These are the weirdos of the weirdos. These are the worst of the stand base. The Raylos, who think they matter. Who think that a guy who killed trillions of people is a hero that we need. Now remember, Vader killed a lot of people. But Tarkin pushed the button to kill Alderaan. Vader didn't kill everybody on Alderaan. He just didn't stop it. Tarkin pushed that button. No, Vader killed lots and lots of people. Lots of people. Did horrible things. But he didn't blow up entire star systems. He didn't blow up planets. He did planet bombardments, but you get my point though. And Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, is an actual character with a story. Ben Solo isn't. That's a lot of people. That counts as a lot. Younglings count as a lot of people. Point is, the hunt for Ben Solo is a manufactured moment in time that desperate Disney Star Wars stans think is a pivotal moment in Star Wars history. That, oh my God, we missed this opportunity for a Ben Solo movie that would have made $1 billion or more dollars. You dumb bastards. The movie wouldn't have made shit. So welcome to what the end of this next chapter. Who will we get a part 5? I don't know. I actually thought we were done at part 3, but here's part 4. The expected delusions of grandeur. Stans are retarded. Disney Star Wars sucks. And I'm just going to point and laugh. Point and laugh, these poor fools. All right, we wait and see if there's a part 5. Maybe we'll get a part 5. I don't know. We'll see. For now, though, we are done with this. There we go. So there it is. That I stumbled upon all this morning when I was trolling for content, when I was doom scrolling. And I realized, wait a minute, I'm seeing a pattern here. And then what cinched it for me was that stock market post. Yeah, I mean, Static, you are essentially right. There is no, you trying to read stock market tea leaves is supremely dumb because it's easily manipulated. The stock market is so easily manipulated by the people who actually control it. So it just shows the ignorance and stupidity of these people. That's what's going on my grave now. Still owes you 3.5 hours. Oh, there are far more horrible things that I don't even know if I'm gonna be buried. I might be cremated. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the rot. I don't know. I'd rather not come back as a zombie by accident for some reason or anything. Might as well just set my soul free and put me in the reincarnation wheel if there is a reincarnation wheel. Maybe I'll come back as a maybe I'll get it right next time around. I told you I'm dark today. A little dark. Would I get frozen in carbonite? I don't know. Maybe if I could skip a bunch of shit. It would help me skip a bunch of shit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it works. It works. If I survive the freezing process, I'll be fine. Oh boy. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here today right now. I hope you are enjoying no. Not when I say rot, I just mean like regular zombie rot. I don't need pestilence rot. Thank you very much. No. All right. Why don't we get to the news? Why don't we get to the news and see what that has in store for us? Now, it's been an hour since I put these up, so let me definitely got to do a refresh on the tabs. Okay. Scratch my armpit. Isn't that great? Scratch my armpit live on TV. I'm a treasure today, aren't I? All right. News. Let's do it. All right. Adults renewed for season 2 on FX. I don't even know what the adults for season 1 is. Rosalia says Euphoria's Sam Levinson cried hearing her new album. I don't even know who this is. The best pop culture Lego set gift in 2025. Go fuck yourself. Give me a Lego set. What am I going to do with a Lego set? I have no place to build it, no place to put it. and you know I'm not into Lego. So you give me a Lego set, I know that you're doing it just to piss me off because you know I'm not into Lego anymore. They're just then I know you're trying to cause me pain. Heretic star Chloe East joins Hulu's Foster Dad explores the Cosmos adaptation from Greg Berlanti. Oh, that's all I need to know. Greg Berlanti, you can go fuck right off. Megadeth's final album. I tried to get a Megadeth when I was younger, like young, and I couldn't do it. Taylor Sheridan, Peter Berg teamed on Call of Duty movie for Paramount. I guess that's one of the last things he's doing for Paramount. Good luck on that, though. I have a bad feeling about that. I don't think. Here's the thing: we don't know if Taylor Sheridan, what he does, can translate to movies. We know he can make good TV. We don't know if he can translate to movie, though. We don't know. Caitlin Butts, that's a name, signs with a record company. I don't know who you are. I don't care. Don't talk to me. 3D spinoff, whatever. King of the Hill renewed for a season 60. Oh, there you go. All right. If you guys enjoyed the King of the Hill revival, you're getting 2 more seasons. Enjoy yourself. I don't care, but enjoy yourself. God damn it, Bobby. Oh, God. Avatar: The Last Airbender Magic the Gathering collaboration. Once again, I will repeat myself every time one of these stories comes up. Wizards of the Coast is not your friend. If you give them money for a franchise you like with a Magic setting, you're giving money to people that hate you to fund shit, to fund all the gay D&D stuff we talked about a couple weeks ago. Don't give people who hate you your money. Don't care how pretty the cards are. Don't care how much you love Final Fantasy or Avatar: Last Airbender. They hate you, and they're going to use that money to keep destroying what you love. And there's the Sydney Sweeney picture. You could see, even at this zoomed out, you can see them. Look, boop, boop. Oh, God, she knows exactly what she's doing. Floyd Roger Myers Jr., who played young Will Smith on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dies at 42. Sorry for his family. Ben Winston produced 2028 Los Angeles Olympics opening and closing ceremonies. I don't know who that is. And I'm not going to watch it because I haven't watched the Olympics in like easily, I think, 20 years. More people I don't know who they are. I don't know who these people are in the movie I don't care about. New Paramount TV Studios chief Matt Thunnell sets leadership team amid sweeping layoffs. Well, yeah, there you go. Well, we knew it happening. Now, why don't you start by making sure no more Kurtzman trick gets made? Why don't you start there? And I'm not saying stop making Kurtzman trick and make JJ trick. I'm saying stop it all. Stop it all. Assholes. Watch Simpsons get our Matthew Modine channeling his Stranger Things character. Nobody watches The Simpsons. It's a zombie. There's a great video out there of how The Simpsons died. I've seen it. I'd watch it again if you guys wanted to at one point. It's a really good video. It tells the truth. 8 seasons of glory, and then essentially a massive decline. Mubai acquires something that I don't care about. Furiosa breakout Alia Brown to star in Australian psychological horror film. Don't care, and I never watched Furiosa. Never gonna watch Furiosa. I say that, and look what happens next. Conjuring prequel movie. No, thank you. I don't care. Afrobeat star Burna Boy's taking Pan-African cinema to the next level. Yeah, nobody cares. Universal Music settles something on a lawsuit. Don't care. Ashley Flowers, Crime Junkie, Potus Company, inks $150 million multi-year pact. Foxworth Tubi Media Group to exit. God, who are these people that do all this stuff that I've never heard of, that are apparently so important they get a $150 million deal? Oh, they're cutting it off right at the... oops. Sydney Sweeney and a bunch of too old to do anything people do something. Although they had the dumb black bitch here, I forget her name. She made a statement. I only hire black people, and if you're a black woman, you'll instantly be hired. So essentially, fuck you, whitey. I ain't gonna hire you. Yeah, that's real. It's real progressive. CNC2, I don't care about that. Comcast CEO says the bar is very high for M&A deals, but expects us to look at things. Yeah, sure. Scream 7, don't care about Scream. Don't like Scream. Stranger Things 5 trailer, Upside Down strikes back as Vecna invades real world. I don't know anything about Stranger Things, so it's lost on me, but I hope you guys get your endings that you want with it if you do watch it. It's another HBO show. Scream to Megan. These things are terrible. Nobody watches them. Fox sees quarter revenue grow, but higher expenses cut profit. Nexstar extends CEO Perico's contract through 2029. Well, I mean, he's made them money. And let's go one more. Anything interesting here? It's gonna look. See, Comcast saw profit. Comcast Universal. And this is from yesterday. I made fun of that yesterday, that god-awful animation. Witcher Season 4 is an upgrade as Liam Hemsworth takes off Henry Cavill. Oh my God! It is not going to be an upgrade. No. I'm about to suffer this shit as Jed gets some sort of twisted revenge on me. An upgrade. Oh Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you in 2 days probably how much of an upgrade it is. Oh Lord. All right. That's been careful there, careful. The picture. Wanda Sykes. That's that dumb black bitch's name, Wanda Sykes. Oh, you could see them. Look at that. We're really zoomed out. I could still see her nipple right there. I can see her nipple. God damn, she's beautiful. There it is. Wanda Sykes loves hiring women over men, and if she's black women, you got the job. Yeah, that's not racism, is it? Yeah, let's move on before Sydney Sweeney's tits take us off pattern. King of the Hill renewal. Enjoy it. Looks like Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO is dead. We talked about that yesterday. Talked about this yesterday too. Pokemon Nintendo's patent was rejected. Looks like we get to keep our pal balls in Pal World. Get to keep our pal balls. Stranger Things Season 5. We talked about that. Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 edition announced. Well, that's going to make a lot of women happy. Because, men don't play Animal Crossing. Straight men don't play Animal Crossing. She is a pawn in the middle of all of it. Wicked for good director firms. You'll see more of Dorothy this time around, but not her face. It's an interesting production choice. I can understand why you do it, because it's not about her. It's about the fake lore that's been built up over the past 20 odd years because of this stupid thing. But I can understand that. Doctor Who Disney deal fell apart due to low ratings, big budget, new report claims. Wow, it's like we said that for the past couple of years. It's like we said that over and over again. Capcom makes I gazed hard. Capcom makes number of Resident Evil Requiem announcements just for Nintendo Switch. Good luck with that. Capcom opened up Resident Evil Requiem pre-orders, reveals in-game bonuses. Yeah, Lady D outfit and her titties. The first new Battlefield 6 map lets players lock onto some of the jets before they've even taken off. It's nothing to me. And that's yesterday's stuff now. Hideo Kojima almost made a major move game, but I'll talk about that. RuneScape letting players vote to remove microtransactions. It's rigged. Players are thrilled anyway. Microtransactions are the devil. And that's pretty much it from yesterday. All right, Park Place, what do you got? Will government shutdown sink Hollywood movies and cinemas in 2025? I don't care. I voted for this. I'm okay with it. Disney wins against former star Rockman Dunbar in vaccine religious exemption wrongful termination suit. That's a shame. Rockman Dunbar is a good actor. And he was right. So between silences plastic surgery rumors on an activist insults, I'm going to age gracefully once again, proving my point that I made earlier in the week. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows who her fans are. She knows that she's winning the game. She does not need to bend the knee. And, if you take care of yourself, you don't need plastic surgery to, fix things. I mean, maybe one day those beautiful breasts of hers will begin to sag. If you want to, do something to fix that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. There's also certain things you can do that can keep them from sagging. I'm not going to talk about that here, but part of that involves, my hands. Travis Kelce, Six Flags investment gets dire warning from former CEO. I don't care. Fuck that guy. Screw his fiance. And I ain't going to Six Flags anymore anyway. And Simu Liu, the himbo, rails against AI in Hollywood, claims that art is human. I'm sure we could pick that apart in a discussion. HBO's Lanterns could be another hour old. Oh, we talked about yesterday. That's yesterday. Zaslav, extremely complimentary of Ellison family during Warner Brothers Town Hall meeting. Is the sale imminent? We don't know. There you go. That's pretty much it. That's the news. I'm sticking to it. You guys want anything? You know the drill. All right, let's see. We're almost an hour in. Give you guys some time to ruminate. It's not that there's something wrong with it. It's just I don't find it fun anymore. I think the roller coasters haven't been good for 20 years. I remember the Great American Scream Machine. That was a great roller coaster. I'm just done with it. It's just not something I care to do anymore in my life. Not that it's bad. I'm just done with it. Don't need it anymore. I don't. Not that I hate rides or anything like that. It's just I'm over it. It's not worth my time anymore or my money. Also, I question how well all those parks are run or kept up these days. I question that. I don't know how well they have maintained these rides and stuff like that. I mean, it was a big deal when they did the first hanging roller coaster, the Batman hanging roller coaster way back in the day. That was a big deal. But, it's not innovative anymore. And the worrisome thing is the more you try to innovate with these intense rides, the more dangerous they get. And I would worry about getting on these things because they're to try to get the next big scare, the next big thrill. Are you doing something that maybe physically you shouldn't be doing, putting people in possible harm? That's just a thought that's throwing through my head now. It's a little bit of risk analysis. I don't know. It's where my head is on that kind of stuff. So it's not there's anything wrong with Six Flags. It's more of a personal thing at this point. I don't desire it more. Not that I hate rides, I just don't desire it anymore. Been there, done that. I don't get the thrill that I used to. Anyway, let's see. Have anything else I wish to talk about? I got a couple of ideas, little monologues in my head, but they're not fully formed yet, so I don't really want to. And they're also rehashes of what I think of ones I've done in the past. So no point in soapboxing on a couple of things here. So in our closing moments, as I give you guys a chance, I want to go for at least another 10 minutes. So let's at least get to the hour. I think we can do that. What do we got going on rest of the week? No stream tonight. I will not be streaming anything tonight. It's Thursday. I tend not to do anything on Thursdays unless I'm dragged into something. Tomorrow is Friday. And also like tonight, I got to watch Witcher 4, season 4. I got to start watching Witcher season 4 tonight. At least that's going to, I think there are only 6 episodes, but they're all like an hour each, I believe. So that's going to take, that's time. And I can't do them all at once tonight. I got to do a couple of them tomorrow night. Got to spread it out so I can let it sink in. Because if I if I'm going over them, I might make a review video on the whole thing. I might. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, the whole thing is that I'm not hardcore Witcher guy like Jed is. I can't compare this to the lore source material as well as he could. So I don't know. I don't know how I go about doing the review. Is the thing. I don't know. And does anybody care? Does anybody care? I don't know. But I got to watch Witcher season 4 over the next 48 hours, or more like 36 hours at this point, because I don't have time on Saturday to catch up before the stream. I got to get it done tonight and tomorrow night. Then of course, tomorrow we got Ballbusters. I don't know if we have a guest this week. I'm pretty sure I know the topics Dermy's going to bring up at this point based upon his own focus throughout the week and just what some of the current events are. We got Co-op Gaming on Saturday. I don't know if they're going to follow through and pull the trigger to torture me. I feel like it's going to happen soon. Excuse me. Well, I don't know what that was. Well, then let's see. Saturday Night Driving. We're watching Highlander. There can be only one. Dude, I think Jed's gonna have a love. I think Jed's gonna have love-hate with it. I think he's gonna love the ideas, but he's gonna hate some of the execution, is what I think is gonna happen. That's how I think it's gonna break down with Highlander right now this weekend. I love Highlander as a whole, but I dislike large parts of it. So let's see. Of course, I got Roundtable Sunday. I haven't constructed the show yet, so I can't promote what we're going to do. I haven't figured that out yet. I got to see what the rest of today and tomorrow brings before I start to decide, okay, what conversations are we going to have? We'll do a little bit of what we touched on, but I mean, I got to figure out how to frame it so that it's still interesting for you guys. That's kind of it. I don't see anything else in my future. Excuse me. Yeah. Can't think of anything else that's happening. Content wise, or at least like interest wise for me to talk about right now. So unless we get one last minute detour, which it seems we have not, we're gonna wrap it up. And I guess some final thoughts. I guess I'll do a few final thoughts on a lot of things. One, my sarcasm from the beginning of the show. It was sarcasm, but I was very serious in what I said. I do not like black pilling and doom and glooming. I do not respond well to it, especially when people are hypocrites about it. I don't respond well to that. So as difficult as things are right now on YouTube, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. And it's YouTube. They change at the flick of a wrist. Very gay, limp wrist. They'll change things very quickly. You never know. Next video might be the video that breaks through. You never know. Oh, Lord. Okay, you want a story? I've got a story for Highlander 2, The Quickening. When that came out, that came out on the Friday of a school dance. And I remember that whole day very clearly. Went to see the movie. As a kid, Highlander 2 is fun because it's pure schlock. The story is this thin. It's complete and total garbage. It butchers the mystical lore that the first movie set up. Michael Ironside is fantastic as the villain, but turning it from fantasy to science fiction was massively retarded. Sean Connery just took a paycheck to come back, and he's fantastic. Listen, Sean Connery coming back as Ramirez is fantastic. And it's basically, wow, we should have had him in the first movie. Let's get more Sean Connery Ramirez. And it's great. It's fantastic. But it's terrible. It's so wrong. It's so dumb. And the fact that they turned the whole idea into the fact that that means all of those who were sent to Earth were prisoners of war, even the villains. It means one time they were all allies. I just don't remember they were allies. And maybe they sent some there to kill them. I don't know. It's very loose and crazy. And that the prize either is to do what Christopher Lambert did in the first movie, or to choose to go back to the home world and continue the rebellion. Here's the problem, though. Michael Ironside's villain, who sends them all to there, clearly did it thousands of years ago, but he's still alive. It opens so many problems in that movie. And that's its own separate timeline. I mean, it has a couple of cool moments in it. There's some good stuff in there, but it is a shitty movie. And that, I mean, because remember, Highlander spawned multiple timelines. There's the original one, the original movie, which exists in its own world. Then there's the Quickening timeline. Then there's the TV show, the series, which is good because it expands the lore and it treats it like the fantasy that it is. And then there's the third one where Mario Van Peebles is the villain, and he got trapped in a temporal dimension when Connor was fighting Kurgan, so that as soon as he comes back, it reignites the quickening, reignites the competition. So suddenly he's immortal again. The fight. Then the TV show sparks a fourth timeline with Highlander Endgame, where their foe is so powerful. Gathering, not quitting, Gathering. I'm going to say the Gathering, where the Gathering has reached such a height and they have such a powerful foe that the only way Duncan can defeat him is to kill Connor and absorb his power to grow stronger. And then there's a fifth one, a far distant butchering from the TV series called Highlander: The Source, which isn't even a Highlander movie. It's just some weird dystopian bullshit. It's abominable. And you could count The Raven as a spinoff as no time. I don't know, because I didn't watch that, even though that chick was smoking hot. So there's like at least 5 different timelines. We're not even counting some of the cartoon timelines on Highlander. So there's like 5 different timelines. And now we got the Cavill movie. So I mean, there is plenty of room for Cavill to come in and do whatever the fuck he wants. And the guy who made the John Wick movies, Straszowski, whatever, Strakatsky, whatever his name is. There's plenty of room for them to do it because Highlander as a franchise has already been fucked in every hole and left to just twitch on the ground. So I love Highlander. I love it. But it's such a fucked up franchise. And if I had a choice, I personally, if I had to pick a timeline that would be the best one, I would honestly say the TV series timeline that exists within the TV series, because it really expands the lore. You get so many great characters. You really get to do the past live stuff, the previous live stuff, with Duncan, all that kind of stuff. There's so much they get to work with. And Connor exists in that one. Connor exists. It's just he's not the Highlander. He's just one. He's not the main hero. Duncan's the central figure, and there is no Kurgan. There's none of that. So I mean, there's so much good stuff in it. So the original was great, and it made it better. The TV show made it better because in the TV show they actually did good choreography in the TV show. One of the things that I will talk about it, the choreography in original Highlander, it's dog shit. The dueling choreography is dog shit. They didn't really do any training. The only one that's sort of believable is Clancy Brown. But the choreography in Highlander, the TV series, fantastic. Great. So many different sword styles. So many different swords, so many different combat. Oh, a duel every week, man. How cool was that? They did it for a bunch of years. That show went on for a bunch of years. And it got really dark at times. Really dark. Really, really dark. So If I choose this the TV show itself, and not to spread out. I don't want to move off to the movie where Duncan has to kill Connor to get his power. I hated that. I hated that they did that. I definitely don't go to the source. And then the Mara Van Peebles one is even separate from that. So I would choose the TV series. If I have to choose one, I would choose the TV series. And because they still use this kind of magic in there. Princess of the Universe, baby. Every week. Here we are. Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. Yes. Yes. You don't get better than the Queen soundtrack. It's kind of magic for Highlander. You don't. You do not. That's one of the greatest movie soundtracks of all time. Not because it's a great score, because it's great rock and roll. And it's great rock and roll. And one of the most heartbreaking tracks of all time. Who Wants to Live Forever? That breaks your heart, man. Who wants to live forever? Who dares to love forever? When love must die. I'm not going to try and mimic Freddie. I ain't going to do that. Anyway. All right. I bought us a few more minutes to break the hour. Unless you guys got anything coming in, we're going to wrap it up. All right. No. Once again, I will have to go beg in the streets. Begging the streets today. Thank you, guys. Your generosity is always appreciated when you guys have the time for it. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to wrap it up here then. Hit that like button. Check out the channel, watch videos, share the channel, help it grow. Let's defy the odds and prove that you can still be successful on YouTube. You can still do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely, on another live stream, another video. So until then, take it easy as I look for the button. There it is. Bye, everybody.